Hello, everyone. Welcome to One Man Renegade Productions YouTube channel. I'm your host, Steven Greg B, and it is Sunday, and we're just a few hours away from AEW Dynasty, their newest pay-per-view offering, coming your way from, I believe they are in St. Louis, Missouri tonight. So I figured might as well open up some AEW cards to talk about the card and make some predictions and see what we got going on. So so we're gonna open up a 2022 Upper Deck Blaster Box AEW. It's kind of interesting given the programming and what's happened in the recent couple weeks that these two guys are right front and center, even though they haven't appeared on AEW TV aside from a security footage video in 8 months. But anyways, if you missed any of the previous wrestling related videos up there, check them out. Check them out up there. A little playlist right there. Or you go search channel page if you're looking for something specific. And while you're over there, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, hit the thumbs up on this video, like this video, hit that share button, share this with everyone you know. Head on down in the comments, tell me who you think's gonna win all the matches tonight at the big pay-per-view, and then check out the links in the description for all my other internet stuff, eBay, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Yeah, so CM Punk, Jack Perry got in the brawl in, whatever you want to call it. CM Punk, of course, was then fired. Jack Perry got suspended, hasn't been on AEW since, and then all of a sudden, CM Punk does this interview with Ariel Helwani, head of WrestleMania. They talk about the whole thing. He kind of describes what happens. For some reason, that sparked Tony Khan to be like, we got to show the video now, because it's going to show he's totally right in what he said, which really didn't make any sense. But of course, then they kind of turned it into an angle, and the Young Bucks were too distracted because of the fight to focus on their match with FTR, so they lost. Of course, now they're fighting FTR tonight in the ladder match to determine the new tag champs, because the former tag champ, Darby, had to give him up because Sting retired, and then he broke his foot. Thunder Rosa, another champion who had to give up her title, is finally getting a shot at it. Tony Storm. Hangman Page not involved tonight, but could he get involved in the main event? Because last we saw him, he was losing triple threat Swerve and Samoa Joe. Swerve and Samoa Joe having their match tonight. Could he get involved? Jade Cargill, of course, in WWE now, as is CM Punk. But she doesn't have any security footage that the AEW can show, so I don't know, I guess not relevant to this conversation. All right, so let's bust into this, open some packs, see who we can find, and talk about some of the matches, make some predictions maybe. All right, let's get into it. All right, starting things off with more Jungle Boy. Now, Jungle Boy could very well show up tonight. I mean, you know, he's suspended, but maybe it's been not long enough. It's been 8 months. He's been doing the scapegoat thing in New Japan, and they were in Chicago recently, and he played the whole thing up. So I don't know. Luchasaurus, I guess he's still with Christian Cage, but he's not involved in anything at the moment. I don't think. He's not on the card. Ruby Soho announced that she's pregnant with Cool Hand Ange, which apparently they really are dating in real life, which was news to me. Dante Martin, Daniel Garcia, Gold. We got Chuck Taylor. I don't remember. I don't know. Pyro something. I think that's a Pyro variation. Adam Cole still out injured. Still waiting for the payoff on the whole devil thing, I guess. But him and MJF are both injured. Justin Roberts and Malachi Black, who is with the House of Black, fighting Eddie Kingston, Adam Copeland, and Mark Briscoe tonight. Yeah, I'll do predictions at the end. I can't. It's tough to go through them and try to remember what I said, but yeah, we'll talk about it at the end. But yeah, that's happening. We got Ricky Starks, who had an injury scare during the tournament match and ended up having to lose. They ended up losing to Dante Martin. Not sure if he's okay or what. I don't think he's been on TV since then, so I don't know. Anna Jay, feel like she's I can't remember. She was doing something last week or a couple weeks ago. But I don't remember what. All right. Bryce Remsburg, that's a gold. We got Andrade, who's, of course, now back in WWE. Get outside the ring, best friends. Well, are they friends still? Because Trent Beretta turned on Orange Cassidy. Chuck Taylor kind of, I don't know, kind of is in the middle of the whole thing, but I don't know. Penelope Ford, I believe I don't know if she's still with if she's still with AEW, I haven't seen her way, but no, maybe it's the bunny that let go. I don't know. If she is, I haven't seen her in forever, so I don't know. MJF, of course, like I mentioned, injured. Ty Conti had a baby recently, or somewhat recently. All right, moving on. Victor Guerrero is no longer with AEW. I don't know why I'm putting all these. I don't know what I'm doing with these piles anymore. Victor Guerrero no longer with AEW. Eddie Kingston, like I mentioned, is involved in that trios match. We got Chris Statlander, who's tag partners with the Willow Nightingale, who's fighting Julia Hart for the TBS championship tonight. And with Stokely Hathaway, they're kind of like a little group, but then there's stuff going on with Mercedes Moné and Sky Blues, and so I don't know, there could be a lot of shenanigans in that match. Hook is defending the FTW championship against Chris Jericho tonight. We had Dax Harwood, that is numbered out of 399. Green, some sort of green parallel. Of course, FTR will be fighting the Young Bucks, as I mentioned in that ladder match. Got Hikaru Shida. She's around doing stuff. I think she was just in a Ring of Honor pay-per-view, I believe. They claimed they, along with Billy Gunn, defending the Trios Championships against the Bang Bang Gang. Well, actually, it's a unification match for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag and the Trios, along with Billy Gunn. And then Kyle O'Reilly, he's back. He's fighting for a title against Roderick Strong for the what is that? The continent. No, what is it called? The International Championship. International, Continental. There's too many championships. Darby Allin, as mentioned, is out injured. Matt Hardy, contract apparently up. Having negotiations to maybe come back. Potentially, there's rumors it might go WWE. Might be a part of that weird Bray Wyatt family revival thingy that's going on. Unsure. Evil Uno still around doing stuff. It's gold. We got Canvas of Ray Phoenix. I think he's injured at the moment. I feel like Penta's been doing stuff, but I feel like Ray's been out, so I feel like he's injured. Jungle Boy, we've discussed. Bryan Danielson, of course, taking on Will Ospreay in a, quote unquote dream match, or whatever you want to call it. Sure. We got Thunder Rosa, as I talked about. She's getting her title match against Timeless Tony Storm. It's another Daniel Garcia card there. So she's finally getting her title match after having to vacate, and Tony Storm won it, which is kind of weird because Tony Storm did win the interim, and then when they decided she wasn't coming back, they made her the full time. But that was the old Tony Storm, not Timeless Tony Storm. So because they were supposed to fight at whatever pay-per-view was next, and then of course they didn't because she got injured. FTR, we've talked about. Trent Beretta turned on Orange Cassidy. Got Scorpio Sky, who I feel like came back and then got injured again. Was injured, came back, and then got injured again. I think, I don't know. I can't remember the last time you saw him on TV. Lance Archer, still doing stuff. Shows up every once in a while to do something. So he's still around and doing stuff. Ray Phoenix, we mentioned moments ago. There's Bryce Remsburg again. Hook once again. And Evil Uno once again. All right. My computer went to sleep. I'm trying to look at the card. Chuck Taylor discussed. Lance Archer discussed. Ryo Mizunami. I couldn't tell you. where she's, I feel like she popped up recently, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Mark Henry, he's still says it's time for the main event. Okay, on occasions, Bryan Danielson, that's gonna be a gold. Talked about him. Scorpio Sky, again. Private Party are back doing private party stuff after not being around for a while because Quinn was injured, but he's back from injury and they're back to being private party. So there you go. Got Hangman. Talked about Hangman. Will he show up tonight? Will he get involved in the main event? It wouldn't surprise me. Maybe costing Swerving Swerve as it would be. Rich Moxley just won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship in New Japan. Not scheduled for tonight, although I could see him potentially getting involved with the Bryan Danielson thing, being in his corner with the Blackpool Combat Club, as the Callis family would be potentially in Will Ospreay's corner, although they had a little shake up at the end of Dynamite. Got Private Party once again, gold version. We got Hangman Page again, the pyro version or whatever that is. We got Outside the Ring, Varsity Belongs. Now, Griff Garrison is kind of doing a thing in Ring of Honor. Brian Pillman, of course, Alexis King now in NXT. I don't know. I think this is some sort of parallel, but I mean, insert, but whatever. We'll just throw it down here. Cash Wheeler, of course, FDR doing the thing, and CM Punk, the man in the security photo, the security footage. Yeah, pretty much went on Ariel Helwani, explained it exactly how it happened. They showed the footage, and it was exactly how it happened. So I'm still not quite sure why they showed the footage, or at least not at that point. Because, like, all right, you could have shown the footage anytime in the last 8 months if you're going to show the footage. So it's like, why bring it up now? And they kind of trying to tie it into the FTR, Young Bucks match, but conveniently after that interview, like, no, I ain't buying that. It didn't really make a ton of sense, but whatever. I mean, just seemed very petty and weird, but fine. The whole thing is all petty and weird. All right, we got Sting. Of course, he retired at the last pay-per-view. Britt Baker, no idea where she is. I guess still injured. I don't know. Cash Wheeler, discussed. Cash Wheeler again. Bryan Danielson again. Serena Deeb, she was out for a while, injured, but she's back now doing stuff. Ethan Page, couldn't tell you the last time I saw him on television, and Mark Henry that we already discussed. So there we go. There's the box. Now let's get to some predictions out. There's 10 matches listed at the moment, but they obviously could add more because I'm recording this before Collision and Rampage happening on Saturday night. And they have only one match listed per the pre-show. They usually like to do 3 or 4 in the pre-show, it seems like. So the 0 hour, which is an hour and a half, which makes no sense. But the only match currently slated is that Acclaimed and Billy Gunn versus Bullet Club Gold for the to combine the trios / 6-man tag titles. And I think Bullet Club Gold, Jay White and the Guns, is going to take that. We got another trios match. We got Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe against the House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews. I'm just going to go with the faces on that one. I just feel like that's a feel-good, kick off the pay-per-view type match. Give Adam Copeland a nice win since he's not defending the TNT Championship, which I think is the only title not being defended. Because the FTW Championship's on the line, and FTW rules match as Hook defends against Chris Jericho. I don't know why Chris Jericho would win this match. I mean, they've already fought before and Hook won. And then Jericho tried to train Hook, and then they all went sideways, and now they're having a match. I feel like Hook's got to win. I don't know what value Chris Jericho having the FTW title brings to. Honestly, I don't know what value the FTW brings in general. But if it's not on Hook, it doesn't need to exist. I don't know. Maybe that's a way to get rid of it. I don't know. But I'm going to go with the hook anyways. We got Roderick Strong defending the International Championship against Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, unless you're just giving up on the Undisputed Kingdom, I can't see how Roderick Strong loses this, you know? So I'm going to go with Roderick Strong. Julia Hart defending the TBS Championship against Willow Nightingale. There could be chicanery involved. Stokely Hathaway is with Willow Nightingale, but obviously you got the House of Black, potentially Sky Blue helping in Julia Hart. Then there's Mercedes Moné, Chris Statlander, who, you know, shenanigans afoot. But I do think, because the winner of this will then fight Mercedes Moné at Double or Nothing. So I kind of do think that Willow Nightingale is going to win just because they have history, and that was her last match. Mercedes she broke her foot. So, you know. Then we got Okada defending the Continental Championship against Pac. I mean, if it's not Okada, it's Okada. Then the Young Bucks versus FTR in the ladder match for the vacant tag titles. We go with the Young Bucks. I just feel like, you know, they're building up the EVP characters, and you know, they already lost, you know, to Sting and Darby, and, you know, if you have them then turn around and lose again to FTR, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like they kind of lose all their momentum. So I'm going to go the Young Bucks to win that. Yeah, Timeless Toni Storm defending the Women's Championship against Thunder Rosa. Of course, Mariah May and Luther will be with Timeless Toni Storm. I feel like it's still not time for Timeless Toni Storm to lose the title. I don't know. I tried to do something funny there. It didn't work. I apologize. Then we got... So I think Toni Storm's going to win. Then Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson. Again, kind of a similar situation with Okada. Like, he just came in. You're not going to have him lose to Danielson, I don't think. Unless a lot of shenanigans with Blackpool Combat Club and the Callis family, you know, cause some mayhem. But, like, at the same time, it's like they're building this up as this dream match and two, like, the best wrestlers of all time, and then you're going to have shenanigans. It's not really an AEW type of thing to do. So I feel like this is just going to be a straight up match. Maybe there's shenanigans after the match. So I'm just going to go with Ospreay to win. And then the main event, we got Samoa Joe versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship. Of course, Samoa Joe won the last pay-per-view against Strickland and Hangman Page in the triple threat. You know, I don't know. I'm torn on this one because I feel like Swerve will win at the title at some point, but I don't know if it's yet. And I feel like Hangman not being around and not involved in anything else, but like he's not injured, so he's gonna come back. He was just taking some time off for whatever, you know, from everything I've seen. So I kind of feel like he could pop up and get involved, but he could cost one or the other, you know, purposely or unpurposely. So it's like, I don't know. But ultimately, I think I'm going to go with Samoa Joe to retain. And they're going to drag this out for a little bit longer. But, yeah, I could be completely wrong. Could be completely wrong about all of them. So there we go. That's the AEW AEW Dynasty. Dyna something. Dinosaurs? AEW Dinosaurs. Actually, no, Luchasaurus isn't even the card, so never mind. No dinosaurs. Dynasty. Not to confuse Dynamite. Or Dyna. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But that's going to do it for today. For this video. Enjoy AEW if you're watching the pay-per-view tonight. And come back next time. There's a wrestling related stuff. I guess we got 2 weeks? A week. 2 weeks from yesterday will be Backlash in Paris. So I'll probably record something for that. The next AEW pay-per-view, I believe, is Double or Nothing. Yeah, it would be Double or Nothing at the end of May. There's also another WWE pay-per-view that weekend as well. There was supposed to be an NXT pay-per-view or premium live event that same day as Double or Nothing, but apparently got moved to a couple weeks later. But anyways, that's going to do it for today. So thank you everyone for watching. Stay safe. Have fun. Talk to you next time. Bye.